airport in approximately 15 minutes.
Is but quite the size, so it takes
It's vast.
fast. It takes that's part of the polynuclear setup. It's next to a very beautiful school with outside green.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That's very, very nice.
That's the flavor campus.
That one there.
That's our neighbors. Yeah. But this school is very nice.
I see that everything here has the green element
Yes.
incorporated inside the building, which is
Yes,
very,
inside and outside.
And this will remain. The rest is coming
Yeah,
down.
this will mean next year we have to leave this building.
Mm-hmm.
This is a building of the province, so the prince where we now
The
Flevoland.
municipality. Flevoland.
No, yeah,
The
the
province.
Flevoland, the province of
Flevoland.
Flevoland. And the idea is this is we erected the building from sea level to the main level.
Yeah.
Let's see what's underneath.
The team from here, what were they doing exactly?
It was on sustainability, greening the city, how to feed the city. So there were exhibitions about food in the city, but also on nature-based building like this.
Yeah.
Create a sustainable build-up. Flavor Campus is also part of this idea. Flavor Campus is since 2016.
So it's also relatively
Relatively new, yeah. We want to continue with this idea of linking the city to the food. We need also a knowledge center. And so we talked with Wageningen University, with Erasmus University, with the province, and the idea was, okay, we will create a food innovation hub where knowledge, practice, business on food, on sustainable food, come together, and that's
basically the
Food
origin of
Pioneers.
yeah.
That's
That's the origin of Flevo Campus, which is
Yes.
now Food Pioneers.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
And we are based now here. Of course, we have a lot of connection with our neighbors, and of course, this building explains also the idea of being sustainable, working on innovation, and so that makes us here a nice position.
Can we actually go behind and see what it looks like there?
Yeah, we can. It's the story of the city, and it's the story it will tell and showcase that. Of course, it's a new town. We create our own history, and it's linked to food, it's to nature, and it's and basically to people, because people create the city.
Like you have all this knowledge now, and this place also facilitates this knowledge, but you can actually include it from a design level, which is very, very important when you're in a new town, because it follows the different principle of way back when, where towns were basically centers of commerce, and that was their main line of thought. They expanded around ports and whatnot. Here we're not looking what comes in, we're looking actually to create it from the ground up as well, and being at one with nature,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term.
Yeah, you create it from a white sheet, and that makes it easy. But the other way around is that I always say to the other cities like Amsterdam, all cities have links to the past, and of course, but also the past in food, for example. So why you can use this narrative also for modern design or new designs.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still you can use. Almere started with Ibiza now with Garden City, but you can start with your own history linked to food.
You can see here that a lot of thought went into this, and
Yeah.
it's probably representative of an overall train of thought, which goes back, as you said, 50 years to the beginning of the city. What we're doing, where you want to look at things from an aspect of almost saying nature first.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Bio-based, so use the nature for your development.
Yeah.
So use the elements of nature. Yeah. If we have time, because it is 9:30, and I agreed with the winery
Okay.
on 10:45, so that we need some time also to have a look at Onze. So
Is Onze before or after?
we start with Onze now.
Okay.
Then the proper pronunciation Onze Glas. Onze volkstuinen onder glas. Dus all our allotments and the glass.
Yeah, I know Suriname means Senegalese, if I'm not mistaken, right?
No, not Senegalese. No, most Suriname. Yeah, and they come from.
Everything here, from what you said, it's bio.
Yeah, I think it's a basic rule. No pesticides are being used. Nature-based solutions for pests.
So thank you, Roen van Zwed, for having us here at your location known as Onze, which is allotments under glass. I know that you started around 2010. Could you give us a little bit of the history behind it?
Yeah.
So what prompted you to setting up this?
Yeah. Before this, I was rose grower.
Yeah.
But rose growers have a lot of work and energy, and on the moment I think that's too much energy, too much people to work. I want to do something else. I look for a lot of things to. What I want is I want to produce for the customer directly, not with the Albertijn or the supermarket, directly to the clients. Yeah, we start in 2012, and when you start with one client. And that year, the first year, we have 30 new clients who want to rent a plot.
Yeah.
And they stop a lot of people. And the year after, we work hard for it. We stay on every market to show what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we are now in 2025. We have here
I see
a
that
lot of allotments.
How many?
More than 750.
750.
More. Yeah.
And I see that right now. Okay, we have plants here growing, and we have vacant plots here on the side.
It is still a success, so we grow and we grow every year a bit.
Do you have still a waiting list, or is it?
Now, at this moment not, so we can make here 100 more.
Yeah. So till 850. That's the max.
Yeah. We grow slowly,
Yeah.
but when you grow slowly, you grow good, I think.
Yeah.
When you grow too fast,
Yeah,
that's the thing for us.
I see that there's banana plants. I see that there are also local things. In general, everyone can grow what they like.
Yeah, two things, not potatoes and not the wheat. That's normal.
That's okay. I mean, and it's totally respectable and totally understandable.
Yeah.
And how is it that people actually come here? How do they find out? I mean, you mentioned that it's from the marketplaces that you did heavy promotion. Now, I mean, from what I've seen, there are micro communities in here, people that work together.
Yeah, what important is when we start, I didn't know what kind of people live in Almere. So we start with plots in a greenhouse.
Mm-hmm.
The Suriname people found it. They can grow the tropical fruits inside. What you can grow outside not, it's too cold, too windy. They grow it inside. So 70% of my clients are Suriname people
Mhm.
who grow the poi, the antroa,
Mhm.
the sopropo,
The peppers,
the peppers,
bittergoed.
And what's important is this all biological here. So the most things they buy on the market come from Suriname or Dominicaanse Republic, and that have they spray it.
Pesticides and everything. And here there's nothing like that. Everything's done with green manners. And I do know that I was talking to Jan Alko before, and he mentioned that you offer compost and things like that. So within your whole idea, you've also limited the supply chain. So everything stays to some level local. Is this correct?
Yeah.
So
we try to do that,
You've cut the logistics side of it. It's all limited to being very, very practical, local, even though it's things from abroad. So the only thing which actually comes from abroad is the seeds.
Yeah, of course,
You also have a location in Utrecht now?
Yeah, we start a second location. I do that with my son. And it's grow there also on the same way.
Step by step.
Step by step. There we are a lot smaller than here. But we have there now 200
already?
Yeah.
You wouldn't it wouldn't be exactly small, but it's smaller than this. So
smaller than this, yeah.
As you mentioned, you have a large base of a community internally. Would you say that also helps develop this thing among the people that are here?
Yeah, of course, yeah. When you like something, you talk on a party from, I do something nice, yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Yeah, they come. That's go easy on the moment.
I mean, okay. So it also has, let's say, social implications beyond the business side. Because I mean, for you run it also as a business, but you also have the social aspect.
This is pure business. It is my business, we do it with each other. We use the leaves.
The leaves you can cook with.
Yeah.
I mean, you use it. There's traditional fish foods. Basically, they wrap it in here.
And this one is next year, same like this one.
Yeah, and so it grows rapidly.
They should grow a banana, but
it went off. But there, I see that they're coming out.
Yeah.
So this one is 3 years old now.
Okay,
after
then
3 years,
then carries bananas.
Yeah.
But afterwards they cut them down, right?
You can see this is done 3 years, and this is done 2 years, 1 year. And there are not so many greenhouses by cities, so it doesn't really a problem.
So you'd like to see it being supported by local governments as well as an initiative or as a business?
Business. Whether you do it as business, then it's going well. When you do it
with the government complications. Cool. Government support this. They were supportive.
Yeah, Almere very well.
Not in the beginning.
Not in the beginning, but we work hard for it. And we start the second location in Utrecht.
Was it similar?
Now we fight for it on the moment, but that's coming. Yeah, it's coming good.
You mentioned that there you have approximately 200 people, so obviously you are doing something right there.
Yeah.
It's smaller.
When there are rules and they say you don't do for not except for the rules, then you have to stop. But that's okay. 20 people, you don't have to do so much things. But when you have 100 people, you have to do more. Yeah. But when you go to 200, you do
again.
But that's
it's the scaling problem. But then again, because that's where the aspect of business comes into play. Thank you very much. Seriously, it's great. It is inspiring. I feel inspired personally. So thank you very much. So thanks for the time.
Yeah.
Yolanda, thank you for taking the time to talk about Oosterwolde in Almere. My understanding is that you have a role in the municipality of Almere, and you overview urban agriculture in this area overall.
Yes.
Could you explain how exactly this has gone from a small scale thing, what led to its success growing to the scale that it is today?
I'm a project manager working for the municipality of Almere and then Oosterwolde. Oosterwolde is just a part of Almere. And this experimental way of developing a certain area, it was started in 2016, so we almost hit it 10 years now. So we came from scratch. It was former farmer land, and now we have about 2,500 households and almost 6,000 people are living here.
And everyone who lives here contributes to production, and this is one of the parts which actually contributes to its continuous success, correct?
Yes, one of the ambitions is that each a citizen has to be a farmer. So on each plot, 50% or more is spent on urban farming. So they really have to commit them to this ambition, and that is interesting and sometimes also challenging.
And how does the municipality come into play here? You guys obviously support this innovative action, let's say, and I mean, I'm imagining that on a policy level, you actively look into how this goes. Are there some actions which you have deemed as a good practice for monitoring such projects?
Yeah, we do. First, people have to sign that they will spend 50% on urban farming, and after that, it's up to them to do that. But I started last year with a survey, so I will monitor each year if people are actually doing that, if they have any questions, if they need any support, and we also inspire people by organizing interesting speakers, meetings, and we also started a center for agriculture where people can bring their harvest for distribution and also sell it in the shop.
Oh, yeah. So there's a for-profit turn, or is it given at, let's say, discount? What is the pricing policy?
Most people will use their vegetables for own use, or if you have too much apples, for example, they give it to their neighbors.
So it's small, a relatively small scale, and it's for own consumption, basically.
Yeah, for now it is, but it's growing. You know, it takes time. People has to spend time also on building their houses, on the infrastructure. They do everything themselves in this area, so it's a different kind of development. So the urban farming is coming after that most of the time.
What we have in the case where we said 50% is the ideal, are there people who don't reach 50%, and what happens in that case?
Well, certainly. Some people do. We see really nice examples of food forests, of really nice vegetable gardens, but we also see examples of really small vegetable gardens or even lawns without vegetables. So we don't enforce law at the moment, but we try to inspire people by inviting them for interesting meetings or for workshops, etc.
Is there anything that you have as a vision for the future of this?
I think Oosterwold will be a really nice example of future city planning, because this city is feeding itself in the near future, hopefully. And I think we really need to change our system into locally produced and distributed and food, and not a transport food all over the world.
That's great. That's inspiring, to say the least. Yeah. So thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you.
I hope to speak again.
Okay, thank you.
The store process food. There's a farmer over there who produces part of the site.
Do I come with you? Do I wait?
Yeah. But it's that Centrum Urban Agriculture.
Yeah.
Of all the world.
Key for the development of all sports. So I'm very happy that Jan Albert and Jalil invested in their time to get this thing running.
Right now we're just learning the basics and figuring out how to keep the shelves full and just.
But the shelves are filled from like right outside. We have
From
outside, but also from
they're
our residents.
They're filled from outside, but there are several initiatives and people that make preservatives and jams.
This area is looking at taking the whole cycle. I mean, it's production, processing, selling. You want the whole
This
thing.
this food hub is its main purpose is to facilitate the the things you need to process and take in and supply food to local restaurants, customers and shops.
And everything supplied is basically, when we say it's locally, it fits into that 50% production aspect of locals, or is it also from commercial sources?
Which is
What comes in
What
here?
comes in is all local.
So it's all from residents.
It's like 80-90% from residents. We've got some farmers, like I explained before. I think we're talking with farmers, and we're figuring out how to tap into the world market mechanism and just like extract some of the produce into the local markets.
To try to incorporate them.
So the problem right now is that you have like 20 hectares of kales or kale, and when the kale is ready, even if it's like across the road, it's going to travel around the world to get back to us. So because it's ready all at the same time, and we have to and we found a couple of farmers that are willing to just like figure out with us whether we can create a new mechanism for local food.
So a supplementary mechanism, if you will.
Yeah. So because it's really interesting, if you see what the prices are on the world market, even for the farmer, it's really interesting to have the direct line between consumer and farmer, because you get different prices.
Yeah, it's like when you go and buy an egg from a farmer at source,
Yeah.
it's a third of the price, and
So like for example, the potatoes this year were like 3 or 6 cents per kilo on the market. So figure it out. If you get farmers to interact directly with consumers, I think farmers would need like a fifth of what they produce now for local markets, and have the same revenue.
Yeah, and
Maybe more, because a lot of the costs go into logistics. You'll face resistance, and you're not going to be able to replace it. It's just creating another option for local food and people who are conscious about their food, and how to keep the prices low.
Yeah.
So what you often see is that when it comes to local food and organic foods, the way food needs to be is like triple the price. And that's something we'd have to figure out, because if the prices stay high, you're gonna get stuck in a niche, and you cannot develop a business model on. You can develop on a niche, but you cannot replicate.
it's not replicable.
Yeah, exactly.
Currently, I mean, you already have your plan for moving forward, which is the pilot testing here on the commercial scale. On an actual production scale, is there something also which you're going to be testing?
On like grand scale, or
Just even pilot scale, like a test, anything. It doesn't need to be. Is there something more that you're looking at doing? Like
No.
you're looking at livestock.
as well?
Well, we got a special kind of breed of pigs coming in tomorrow.
Okay.
For they're gonna plow the lands, the field outside is the part we don't use yet, and I think maybe they'll stay there for maybe 2 years.
The pigs.
But the pigs, but we don't own the pigs. The pigs, you know,
They come to clean the ground, basically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay.
There are a couple of locals who just created a business of cleaning areas from weeds with pigs, and you know that's what they that's their
Pig does.
that's what they do. So they plow like 40 centimeters into the ground. If you look at it, if you look at it from that perspective, it's a win-win situation. The logistics, we want to first fine-tune the smaller
Small
logistics,
scale,
the small scale logistics, and then we can upscale it to. But we're not, you know, what we do now is, you know, we're trying to prove that we can supply on a big scale from smaller plots.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why we're developing an app which can serve as a dashboard for all. It can combine all plots together.
To do what? To see what the availability of
So digitally, you will see just like you will see all plots together as like maybe 5 hectares, and it's pixeled. You know, you can see like 50 square meters over there.
and what it's producing and what it's doing.
Yeah, what's coming out of the ground and what's failing. You can see it's a real time dashboard.
So it's basically to ensure accountability and to ensure that we know what we're doing is
Yeah.
working or not working, and then you can recalibrate.
Yeah. And that's something we figured out a couple of years ago, that you cannot do this only with a physical hub. You need a digital one as well. The members of the cooperative come in, they check in their vegetables. We come in once a day. We take the vegetables in and put them into the store or supply to restaurants or whatever. So that's it.
So basically, they reclaimed a dump site, and they're growing wine on site, which goes for commercial purposes again. It's a commercial aspect.
Yeah, it's semi-commercial. I don't. Maybe Rene can explain. I have to call him because he has to open the fence. And this part was then the dump site of the city, next to it. That's okay. We can still continue. I've never been here before.
I'm assuming you're right. There's a malt up there, and we have to continue straight on here. There's a car there.
There's a car.
By you too, yeah.
Nee.
Kan doen. Je bent er nooit geweest, hè, dus het is een kleine gok. Maar als je daar de derde transformaathuis ziet, dat groene.
Ja.
Would have thought from a dump site to
Yeah, use urban resources. That's urban agriculture. It can be labor, like Ron, but it can be the people. It can be part of the economy, of course, but you can. I think it's this one.
Nee.
Chris.
Hi. Nee. Hoi. Wij kennen elkaar.
Ja,
Van
waarschijnlijk.
gezicht volgens mij een keer.
Jawel.
They offered me this place in 2007. That's on hoe noem je dat? Een afvalhoop?
Ja, dit is dumpyard was this.
Ja.
Dumpyard.
Ja. I didn't like
A
to
garbage
be here.
site.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
they said maybe it's an idea, and I thought garbage, but no way, no wine,
wine on it,
no
yeah.
wine
Yeah.
on this case. I heard about an experiment here, and they ask people in Almere to send in an ID,
Yeah.
and the best ID can come here to settle. Het was eigenlijk een prijsvraag.
Ja,
Wie het leukste idee had, die mocht hier beginnen.
The best idea could start here. So it was a kind of offering
competition.
competition.
Kind of
Yeah.
conspiracy. We were number 115, and about 1 week for closing the competition, and the other people what a restaurant, a crocodile farm, a sex farm, all kinds of ideas. We think because it's duurzaam, ze hebben geen last van ons.
No,
we
that's
don't
sustainable.
interfere with nothing. And it's our money. Dus, so it was agreed to start. After very much talking, they were afraid that my grapes come to the afdeck layers.
It's basically built on top of everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And of course it is protected. And of wines root very deep normally.
To the water. Top of this place is 1 meter of very
fertile soil. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes from Huizen, that gooi. It's old soil. It's put on as layer, and under that is kind of plastic, and then for bitumen eigenlijk.
Yeah.
By dikke folie.
Yeah.
For folie layer.
Thick layer.
Thick layer.
And then some meters of clay and puin, and there is almost 5 meters because this and the first garbage sack. And they wanted to know that my grapes don't grow door the folie.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's very important. I accepted everything I could read. I'm thinking, well, this kind it's safe for a long period. So I started with it. They looked for, they examined if the grapes, if they dare to use the grapes on this soil. And then we started in 2009 with ploughing the soil.
And now you've moved to how many different types of grape are you growing here?
For we planted in 2010 4 kinds. That's you see
Cabernet.
the names of the Cabernet Cortes, the Rondo,
Ronda,
Johanniter,
Johanniter, of course.
Solar. Started to think about the vineyard in 1990. These kinds of grapes were already planted in
And they grow. They are adapted to the Dutch climate.
Adapted, and they are resistant, little bit resistant. Got
mildew and so on.
fungus or something like.
That's actually
and
so this is organic.
This it is organic. Yeah. The grapes, they don't need as much as sun as in Spain or in France.
to
ripen.
For ripen and to growing, to be resistant against fungus, something like that. Because they are especially made for this climate.
Yeah.
And
so you produce red wine and white wine.
Red grapes and white grapes. And
Okay.
From the right red grapes, I make rosé.
Okay.
I don't like most of the red wines in Holland. I don't like.
Okay, so it's also a preference thing.
Yeah.
And you take the whole process, you grow and you also bottle.
Yeah. I know 2,000 liters of wine is resting.
Aging.
To be,
Aging
to
at
be,
home.
And I mean, for 2,000 liters, you probably have a commercial level of it, so you sell it as well, correct?
I sell it, but you can only be commercial in Holland if you have a vineyard of 4,000 square meter, 4 hectare. Then you can manage it commercial. I'm not commercial.
Yeah.
I'm zeg maar consultant.
Semi-professional.
Yeah, we do it professional, but every favor we are almost break even.
That means that you have to look at it from other aspects. My understanding is that you also do guided tours, community events. Is this?
Yeah, what the main thing is to have fun with people. That's it. And every Friday I work with 15 volunteers.
Yeah.
They learn how to manage it. There are about 15 people in Oosterwold. They are committed to us. They learn from me how to be a vineyardier. VVV, yeah, they sell it, and I'm the cheapest of the all. And they say you're too cheap. And I speak sommeliers, the wine experts. They say too cheap, make it more expensive. Making money is not my goal, so I don't want to make it more expensive because a lot of people come buy my wine, and I think some people with organic wine must be
Accessible.
Yeah, they must drink it. Now, you see their names under it.
Yeah.
The half of the bottles goes to people who are rented, something like that. Rented. Het is pacht eigenlijk.
The co-owner of this
They are
wines.
co-owner.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not everybody has the money to pay it. So the price is made ook so that some people can enjoy
A glass
the
of wine,
vineyard, and they are committed to me because they are in a sort of co-production with this grapes.
So it is also part of giving back to the people, if you want to call it
Yes,
that.
that's it.
That's-
And we started with the idea giving back to Almere. Some people they want to have, we call it a pachtcontract, pachten, and they live in Amsterdam.
Okay.
So
They say from
long-term rent.
they say, well, your wine is that beautiful, we want to have it. But this way, I don't know. You're not living in Almere. We don't do it.
No?
No. we
So
don't
I'm
do it.
living in Dronte, neighbor city, and so it's pure for Almere people.
Yeah. And we sell it in the stores. We only sell local and organic.
And you didn't want to go the way of full commercialization, you wanted to keep it local.
There's a lot of work, and I enjoy the work with my volunteers, and that's okay. That's okay.
So-
And I don't want to live off for it.
Your future view for this is keeping it here. You
Yes.
want to limit it here. You want to give back to this place.
That's the core business. Yeah.
Because, I mean, it is a business, but you just want to make sure that it at least breaks even and that it continues to give to the community.
Yeah.
To
It
the
was-
local community.
Yeah, I'm all a little bit break even, so maybe I'm with pension. I stop met.
You're retired, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not retired, but I am still in business. But now I don't mind if a little bit of the revenues comes to me, and I make it in a pot, and I sell it for a new tractor or a new machine. That's the
For
core.
the investments, yeah.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, and that's the fun of
That's the fun of it.
Yeah.
And I can experiment with organic way of zeg maar, manage the vineyard. I don't use chemicals,
No chemicals.
whatsoever. And the only thing I use is another fungus. So the fungus, what I buy, must
compete with.
compete with the fungus in the vineyard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know it works, but I want to take the risk. I want
You're
to have
testing.
that. Yeah.
Are you going to try with any other types of grapes, or are you going to stay with the 4 types that you have
Nee,
now?
dit are the four types. And that is enough. It's, when I want to have an other type, I must destroy what I now have.
Okay.
I can't.
I mean, there's been a lot of effort put into it, and it wouldn't
Yeah, I must do with it.
And how many years they keep in production, the wine?
Oh, 40 years.
40 years, okay.
A vineyard is 10 or 15 years is grow up.
So that it's full
It is
production.
now just grow up.
Yeah,
Dus,
yeah.
the grapes are what bigger, and the wine has more complexity. I see the vineyard is older, and in 40 years it can be commercial, and 150 years it will survive.
Okay. So
If
it's
you
got a
are-
future.
So the next generations.
Yeah, so just
Yeah, okay. This is pure urban agriculture.
Yeah.
Use the resources, use the people, link to the people, and that's it's a beautiful example of urban agriculture.
It is. It is. It's
Yeah.
in its application in its finest. So, I mean, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to walk us through this and show us everything here. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about it overall?
the core business is working together with people for the people in Almere. Long ago, we say it's milieu en mensvriendelijk, environment and human friendly.
Then I have room for shop, for cafe, for kindergarten. And the funny thing is in Oosterwold, you as the owner of the road, you may name them.
What has he named the road?
This road, because this farmer is very interested in Goethe and Schiller. So this is the Goethe road, and this is the Schiller area over there.
Okay.
So it's and it is also the other sides. The people are allowed to name. So there's someone is very fond of communism. So there's a Karl Marx road.
They have cows. They have production of, I don't know what they're producing. There's a massive field next door. Do they have other livestock beyond the cows? Is it also pigs?
No. So they say the livestock serves the plant production.
Okay.
So they produce, you see beetroots outside, beetroots, corn, sweet corn then, other vegetables, and the manure comes from
the cows.
This livestock. Yes.
Okay.
So that's a kind of idea, and also the waste of the lands they feed to the cows.
So it's again circularity is included within the.
It's an organic farm, bio-organic farm. Yes.
And as you mentioned, it's a farm which is accompanied by the residential places below, which was used to offset the cost of this, and also
to develop this farm. Yeah.
So, and he meets the developer of it, meets the 50% production through livestock as well, or is it only the plant?
Yes, the plant is already 40 hectares, so that he meets easily the 50%. And this is just an addition. But because the farm wants to be circular, so that then you need livestock to produce the manure and to consume the waste. Most of the produce being sold at the farmers markets, and of course because they have a lot of land across Almere, so they also sell to industry.
Okay. We've been together. We've seen a couple of a few different approaches which we can see through urban agriculture in Oosterwold and throughout Almere. We've seen the commercial aspect, we've seen a communal aspect, and I mean right now we're sitting at something which is a little bit of everything. Since you started way back almost 20 years ago, you've seen it take different shapes. What do you think are the main lessons we can take from a case like this city?
I think, and that's forgotten for many years, that the city is a very useful platform in the whole space of what we call agriculture. So, and we ignored the fact that also urban and peri-urban we could use food, maybe another way, maybe another with different connections. But I think, as I said, the city is also a platform to produce food, and we're now here in Oosterwold, and I think this is a beautiful example that ties together all these ideas of that the ideas of how to reconnect food production to the needs of a city, because the city not only needs food, but at the winery we show that a lot of volunteers are eager to help, to be outside. And here you see people wants to live on a farm. You see a commercial farm, people buy an apartment to be part of a farm. So to have a meaningful life connect to the city, but also outside. And I think that urban agriculture offers that platform, and we ignored it for many years
that it could be part of our life. And I think Almere shows, and it's a beautiful showcase. We have seen some examples, but there are many more in the city, too many to visit in one day. That offers and connects to the needs of a city and a citizen, linked to food, because it's agriculture, it's food production, but in so many other ways have connections, and that's, I think, the basic lessons that we offer with urban agriculture, but also we want to show with Food City Boost.
Yeah. Do you think that the informality to some level, which was used in Ostwald, for example, helped bring it to its current situation? Is it something which contributed positively?
For sure, yeah. We can see that the type of the people and the type what's happening is, so it's a new vibrant area, new dynamics brings another level to the city. And I think that that Almere really maybe not expected in this way, but I think they felt we need another addition to the city, and this and what is logic, because their neighbors are farmers. Why not seeing to connect with your neighbors, and neighbors we overlooked for many years, because these farmers produce for the world market and not for the city. So how can we tie it and be rooted again with what we are, where we are?
Yeah.
So I think Almere exemplifies a beautiful example of looking for new connections, and I think Oosterwold, this area, is I think kind of experiment to see what next level we can achieve.
We've had a look at what it came from, what it is right now. How do you see this going forward? What do you see the next 10, 15 years for an area like this? Do you think it would be sustainable? Do you think it would be something which would be replicated?
Yeah, of course, it's the way Almere developed Oosterwold is not a blueprint for every city in the world, because and that will be different from compared to Amsterdam or Paris or whatever city you mentioned. This is unique, and this is linked to Almere, and I hope that the authorities of the city give space and time to develop, because this is an experiment. We have to learn. People in Oosterwold have to learn to cope with food production, to cope with new type of living and development, and that takes time, and it is a shared responsibility of the authorities, the local authorities and the people, to make Oosterwold a success. But I really hope and expect that in a couple of years it will evolve, and we see it. We have already visited the cooperation Oosterwold, so it's a shared feeling of the residents, some residents and authorities, that we need a kind of intermediate to between food production and selling or processing. So, and I think that's a step-by-step approach that that will evolve over time. And I hope we get this time, because policy is always have a focus of 4 years on something like that, and this is beautiful cities are not developed in 4 years, not in 8 years, not in 10 years. This takes time. It takes a generation. So I hope we will get this generation to develop this beautiful neighborhood.
Thank you, Jan Elko, for your time. I mean, everything was really enlightening. Is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off?
A project like Food City Boost is also to be inspirational for other cities, for other people to link food production to their way of living, or to their neighborhoods or to their city. And I think I hope that we also inspire with Food City Boost broader community to take the next step.
Thank you.
Food City Boost, unlocking Europe's urban farming potential.